Hey guys, I hope you're doing fantastic on this beautiful Tuesday. There is a lot going on in the Senate and Congress, and the Senate and Biden they're working so hard to just get Joe Manchin on board before the Republicans kill the buzz that's going on, confirming that basically Biden is saying that all of this will be done by the end of the year. That's what he's saying they're going to be able to do. We'll see if that comes true. Press release from Biden, though, about unemployment. Looks like there's a lot of hope for the future and a lot of hope for what's going on in the future. We're going to talk about that. As Republicans are all over the inflation and the CBO, the Congressional Budget Office, they're taking a look at that and they're looking at the deficit, saying they're making almost any effort to derail the Build Back Better, just about anything. How a CEO says that he's taking time off effectively immediately. He's just taking it. What do? He laid off 900 employees on Zoom. Yeah. You still can't get a three-bedroom house in New York City, and why that's a good sign? Do you think that's a good sign? With the latest sale, Elon Musk has nearly sold $12 billion worth of Tesla stock in the past month, believe it or not. A lot of people are selling stocks right now, something that's called lost harvesting too, people who lost money, although I know that the Tesla stock he has not lost money on. Biden has once again addressed the nation on the status of the federal unemployment benefits. We're going to cover that in this video extensively. He's cut PUA and other federal benefits. Has it helped us or has it hurt us? We're going to cover that question in this video. Well, that's exactly what he's talking about, though. He'll propose some ways that he's going to further help our nation heal, both financially as well as other ways. It's usually quite interesting, so stick around to the end. The best stories are always at the end. That's how we work it here, is the best stories are at the end. If you watch till the end, you know that. Find out what Biden said about the PUA, which state just added 10,000 jobs, and a new study that shows just how unemployment is affecting our sleep schedule. You think that it would help? Yeah, weird, right? You're definitely going to want to stick around for this story because it could affect how you feel, what you think. Hey everybody, it's Andrew Cartwright. I hope you're having a terrific Tequila Tuesday. A lot of people, we had Taco Tuesday earlier today. Here's your unemployment, job stimulus update, for stimulus check, and financial daily news for Tuesday, December 14, 2021. My goal in these videos is to give you the best access to government and private money for yourself, loved ones, and your business. We did 67,000 different loan applications last year for businesses, so I don't want you to miss out if you're looking for funding. 12 different programs, 75 banking partners that I have with Capital Velocity. I want you to be part of that. If you need money for your business, up to $5 million can help your business, and it's really fast. The application's digital. It's quick. It's easy. Also, I have a game in the description. A lot of fun. You can play that. It's absolutely free. And also check out my real estate program, $99 for my real estate program, how to buy, when to buy, market cycles. It's way underpriced. It's a $10,000 course. I spent $45 million learning all this stuff. So please, if you buy it for $99, do not think that it's worth $99. Feel like you paid 10 grand because that's really what you're getting. It's an amazing course. It's not gonna be $99 for much longer. We're gonna raise it back up to probably $900 will be the price point. Stay tuned to this channel for personal finance, real estate, stock market, credit, crypto, and other investments to generate you income and save you money. Make sure you put a comment in the comment section. Why? You could win $2,000. Subscribe, like the video if you enjoy the content here. Throw a comment in the comment section. We're going to pick a random comment. We're going to give away $2,000. Also in the description is free Bitcoin, no catch. It's really cool. Up to $250 in Bitcoin that you can earn money on. And also 2 free stocks, all in the description. Thank you to my patrons who support the channel for as little as $3. You guys rock. But first, we got to get into this. We got to break it down. Biden addressed the nation yet again about the status of the federal unemployment, PUA benefits, and unemployment in general, just broadly talking about it as we head into where Jerome Powell is going to talk tomorrow, which has gotten the whole market nervous. That's why the market was probably down today. Biden said, quote, our economic recovery has 2 key components: getting Americans back to work and getting prices and the supply chain back to normal. Simply put, it is about jobs and, of course, what things cost, right? Simple. According to him, new data is showing stronger than ever numbers when it comes to job recovery. Biden said that the 4-week average is now near the average of Trump administration before the pandemic hit. I don't know if you've been watching the news, but they had a huge text messages that Mark Meadows got where, get this, The news media, Fox, actually was they were texting Mark Meadows as well as Donald Trump Jr. Everybody was texting him to stop the madness that was going on during January 6th. Very interesting stuff. Hours later, you have to check into it at some point. Please watch the video, though, to the end. But just a lot going on with that. As you know, the unemployment rate has dropped to 4.2%, the fastest decline in unemployment in history. Some of that, I believe, and you probably understand, and we've talked about it in the comments, that basically a lot of people have started their own businesses. And a lot of people have stopped reported unemployment. We do see a lot of people still out of work. Almost 6 million jobs were added to this year, which Biden said is the most of the first year's presidency in history. 18 million were on unemployment benefits when he took office. 18 million people, folks. It's now at about 2 million. The fastest, quote, movement of people from relying on government support to earning a weekly paycheck in history, end quote. From 18 million down to 2 million. That's 16 million jobs, right? Obviously, not everything is peachy cream, and even Biden will admit that. This is mostly about those prices Biden's mentioned, as well as the emergency that he's urging Congress to get on the chip shortage that we have right now. Because if most of the components, the camera I'm talking into, the computer you're using or phone uses chips, folks, and we have a big chip problem. The president said, quote, "We have struggled like virtually every other developing economy dealing with the pandemic. With rising prices and supply chain woes, I have taken strong, aggressive measures to combat these challenges with the Port Action Plan." That's where you're going to penalize people for leaving stuff just sitting, saying, hey, you're going to have to pay for that. The largest release from our Strategic Petroleum Reserve ever, releasing that, and action to combat anti-competitive price gouging, including in industries that are affected by food prices, end quote. Yes, corporations have taken advantage of the pandemic. They have. Some, nothing really changed, but they increased their prices by as much as 26%. Not even real inflation, just corporate greed. Good old-fashioned, right? Yesterday, the House passed a bipartisan bill, the Ocean Shipping Reform Act, which included reform that will lower costs for American companies and consumers, strengthening the American global competitiveness. As you know, or as you may know, we got to get back competitive again. We got to start, duking it out, become the place to buy stuff again. Biden even bragged that gas prices have begun to drop nationwide. Have you noticed in your neck of the woods? I'd love to know, have you seen your prices in your neighborhood go down? Please add it to the comments. You enter to win $2,000 at the same time. To Biden's credit, though, it could have something to do with the investigation he opened up recently to look into how gas prices are rising while oil prices are falling. They're dropping. So they get gas from oil. It's a byproduct, right? So what's going on, folks? Even indicated points to the cost of living going down, whether we see an extended PUA or not. I'd love to read all about your thoughts in the comments, as what you say is the most important thing to the channel and to me. Love the community that we've built over the last 5, 6, 7 years. It's been amazing. Meanwhile, Oregon added another 10,000 jobs last month. Oregon, I was just there doing an Ironman, which more than doubled last month's total and 50% above the state's pace in the prior last 6 months. That's pretty fast at that rate, right? It's really coming up. The numbers are great, and it means that Oregon is clearly in recovery mode. If you've been up there, you know that they had just as much troubles as the rest of us around the country. Some sectors are still pretty weak, though. The state has now recovered 4 out of every 5 jobs lost by the pandemic. It's not bad when you think about it, although 5 out of 5 would be better. Employment Department economist Gail Krumanurer, you have to look in the description for that, said, quote, "We've seen a significant decline in the number of unemployment Oregoners every month since June to November," end quote. Oregon's unemployment rate last month was 4.2%, matching the, national average. It's kind of smooth how that worked, huh? Kind of weird. It just sort of, same numbers, right? November was the 9th consecutive month that the state jobless rate has declined. It's now back near pre-pandemic levels, near the lowest point on record. It's amazing, right? Do you believe this? Do you believe this? These articles, these experts, what they're predicting, what they're saying? Leisure and hospitality was Oregon's fastest growing segment in November, adding 4,100 jobs. But that was the sector hardest hit in the pandemic, with restaurants, bars, and hotels closing, wiping out tens of thousands of jobs across the state. The state hospitality employment remains down almost 25%, 25,000 jobs from before the pandemic hit. So we've actually had some pretty tremendous hits to that area and still hasn't fully recovered. Also, construction added another 1,800 jobs in November, along with business services, which added 1,600. Not bad. That's up nearly 107,000 job vacancies just before autumn, counting to the latest state data. So the numbers available, jobs sustainability, exceeds the 73,000 Oregon classifies as unemployed. That helps explain why employers are having such a hard time, they're saying, finding workers, and why wages are rising. Although if you look in the comments, a lot of this stuff really doesn't add up, does it? Oregon's average private sector hourly wage is 31.32 cents in November, a 13% increase from 27.69 in February of 2020. Great news for people of Oregon. The jobs market is showing huge improvements. How many of you are in Oregon? I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what your thoughts are in Oregon. If you guys are feeling better over there or feeling worse. Hopefully you're feeling better. Finally, a new study shows that people who are unemployed have a greater tendency to oversleep or undersleep. Wow. So it's one or the other, but not both. According to the findings published by the Journal of Economic and Human Biology, it turns out that these unfortunate sleep schedules are especially likely to affect those experiencing prolonged unemployment. The researchers show that study duration, short sleep, long sleep, insufficient sleep, and disturbed sleep, while distinguishing between several types of unemployment. Short-term unemployment, less than 1 year. Long-term unemployment, 1 year or longer, and being unable to work is another huge factor. At every survey year, the average response fluctuated close to 7 hours of sleep per day, for an average of 6.98 across all survey years. While most respondents, 61.3%, said that they were between 7 and 9 hours of sleep per day, 35.2% were classified as short sleepers, getting around 6 or fewer hours of sleep, and a much smaller percentage, 3.5%, were long sleepers, getting 10 or more hours a day. 37.3% of people were working, going under 7 hours of sleep. 37% short-term unemployment, and 43% of the long-term unemployed did. Well, what do you think? Do you sleep longer, short? Love to know. Give me a number what your sleep is. Also, 1.9% of these jobs were getting over 10 hours of sleep, compared to 5% of the short-term unemployed or 6% of long-term unemployed. Half of those were identified as unable to work, were short sleepers, and 9% were long sleepers. Unfortunately, these poor sleep habits also have an effect on somebody's ability to find a job, leading to researchers to believe that maybe these sleep issues could drive people to unemployment or drive those who are unemployed towards being unable to work. Crazy stuff. Tell me your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. The PUA is still closed, but be vigilant and keep fighting to get those benefits that you deserve if they're backdated. If you're new to unemployment, you can file your unemployment. You get 26, 27 weeks. It's standard issue for most states, federal law, so you should be able to get that. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching. Hey guys, I hope you're doing fantastic on this beautiful Tuesday. There is a lot going on in the Senate and Congress, and the Senate and Biden they're working so hard to just get Joe Manchin on board before the Republicans kill the buzz that's going on, confirming that basically Biden is saying that all of this will be done by the end of the year. That's what he's saying they're going to be able to do. We'll see if that comes true. Press release from Biden, though, about unemployment. Looks like there's a lot of hope for the future and a lot of hope for what's going on in the future. We're going to talk about that. As Republicans are all over the inflation and the CBO, the Congressional Budget Office, they're taking a look at that and they're looking at the deficit, saying they're making almost any effort to derail the Build Back Better, just about anything. How a CEO says that he's taking time off, effectively, immediately. He's just taking a day. What do? He laid off 900 employees on Zoom. Yeah. You still can't